Hey guys, Dr. Patrick here, and I'm really excited to introduce our new rehab series. Each week we're going to be taking a different body part and taking it through its progressions. Today we're going to start out by talking about the tightness that we get in our neck and upper traps. So where does it come from? Well, a lot of times people think that it's just a shortening of the muscles, and rarely is this the case for most people. Most of the time, it really comes from either people guarding their neck from an injury or a trauma, or the static loading that we get from when we're typing at our computer. We can also get it from a lack of instability or a lack of stability in our neck. So if we have not enough stability in our neck or our shoulder, our traps, for example, might want to add to that stability by being on. So we're going to talk about 3 basic strategies that we can do to help to try to loosen it up and relieve that neck tightness. So the first thing that we're going to do is a tissue release. So we're going to start by grabbing a lacrosse ball. Lacrosse balls work the best. Tennis balls are a little too soft sometimes. But one thing you can do is keep this in your desk or your workstation, and then you're going to come over to a wall, and we're going to take that and we're just going to trap it up right by our traps. Okay, I like to kind of give myself a hug here. What that does is take the shoulder blades and bring them away from the spine, and just helps to expose more of that muscle. So we're going to do these mini squats, moving around. Then what you can also do is find a corner like this, and now what we're going to do is place this right here on this part of our upper trap, and we're going to push ourselves into the wall, and that helps just loosen things up and get things warmed up and ready to go. The next thing that you can do, especially if you're working from home or at the office, is you can do a real simple neck stretch. So if I'm going to grab the underside of this chair here, I'm going to lean away from it, and that really helps to just put tension and keep that shoulder down. Then with my other hand, I'm going to pull that. I'm going to feel a nice deep stretch there. We can also modify this by taking our nose and putting it down towards our armpit. Keep pulling on the top part of your head here, and that changes the stretch to a little bit further in the back. On that same kind of note, we can tilt our nose towards the ceiling, also a little bit of an overpressure here, and that helps to feel it a little bit more in the front part of our neck. So you can modify that just to find the spots that are really tight for you. The next thing to work on some of the deep neck stability, we're going to take a band, and these neck muscles really respond reflexively. So what that means is it's hard to just like flex it, so we have to challenge them dynamically. So I'm going to put myself into a nice neutral position, just like that, with my ears, shoulders, and hips aligned. I'm going to take this band, put it on the back, like so, okay? And I'm just going to hold that posture while I pull on this band. So if my neck muscles weren't on, it would just come forward as I pull it, okay? So I'm working against that increasing pressure, making sure that my neck doesn't move. And we can do this from the front. We can also do it from the side as well, okay? Last thing that we're gonna do is work on some of our posture, right? Throughout the day, all these forces are pulling us into this position, right? This is how we type, text, eat, all that kind of stuff. So we need more things to really open up our shoulder girdle. One simple exercise that we can do is a double external rotation. I'm just gonna sit up tall with my elbows in towards my sides, palms up, grabbing the band, and then maintaining my posture, I'm gonna pull this band apart. The last thing that we're gonna do is add an exercise for posture. So throughout the day, all these forces are pulling us in. This is where we type, text, eat, all that kind of stuff. So we need an exercise to really counter those forces. So we're gonna take this band here, and then with our elbows in towards our side and our palms up, we're gonna maintain good posture, and we're just gonna double externally rotate our shoulders, brief hold, and a slow return, okay? That helps to turn on all the muscles that are basically the opposite of this. So we're pulling nice and wide. You should feel this into your back, all right? So those are some basic steps to work through your neck tightness, especially if you're working at home or stuck in your chair all day.